When you ask me about blockchain, came into focus more recently. Actually, I've been assisting governments for some time before, let's say, blockchain became, mass media as it is now. And so now that there is the advent of blockchain, it is kind of a fixer for a lot of the infrastructure issues that people deal with in governments or even in the private sector. It's kind of a backbone for tech build. So that's why I really like blockchain, because it really is agnostic. You can apply it to agriculture, to shipping, to so many sectors. What you start to realize is that countries all have different priorities depending on their political agenda, their geolocation, their population size, etc., their digital maturity. And I help Panama, Georgia, Monaco, Morocco, so many regions. They have some things in common, especially with the pandemic. The pandemic was a really big leveler where there were commonalities between countries who said, we're not that great at like supply chain and logistics, or we're not that great with online education, or we're not that great with, and so there were some that were very common to everyone. So globally, everyone started working on those key fundamental issues. Blockchain is an enabler and a backbone for a lot of tech solutions, applications, government, private sector, public sector. But the way I often talk about blockchain, it is a huge enabler for women's inclusion in society. And some of the things I talked about on stage this time was about the statistics that a lot of people are not aware of, like 42% of women are unbanked, and that when you talk about land ownership, less than 20% of land around the world is owned by women. You have certain regions of the world that are better, some not as good in terms of statistics about women's IDs. So there's a lot of countries where the women are sorely lacking in terms of having an ID, and that's also where blockchain can help, because if you don't have an ID, it means that you can't have a bank account, it means that you can't have financial independence, it means you can't own land, etc., etc. One of the things I had mentioned as well is, imagine everyone put their wedding contracts on the blockchain. You wouldn't have these inheritance disputes. You wouldn't have women having their land taken away from them because you're in a patriarchal society and the husband says, well, this is my land, and you would have everything transparent on the blockchain, and it could be defendable. So lots of these examples. Financial inclusion as well. You can open a crypto wallet with some kind of digital ID. You don't need any banking fees and maintenance fees. And let's not forget that a majority of women around the world are in part-time jobs or what's considered informal employment. So they can't even get access to bank accounts in a traditional banking environment. So this is what we're talking about, how blockchain can help women in different ways in different sectors. What requirements would we have for a government when they're choosing which blockchain to use? I would say that the end result, transparency, everything recorded, everything on a ledger, so it's immutable, that's really important. I think that speed is an issue. So if you have massive amounts of data flow, it needs to be able to go through that quite quickly. So I think speed is very important. The solidity of the product, and most important is security. Something that I work on quite a lot behind the scenes is cybersecurity in countries. And when you're dealing with smart cities, IoT, we mentioned that today on stage, and we talk about blockchain as a purpose for a government, or for a smart city for a government, or IoT for a government. Security is something that we have to talk about. So measures of security to protect the data is really, really important.